Trump's new billionaire squad. Is that the new Justice League? Or is that the new Legion of Doom? What should the people be focusing on now, do you think?
I agree with you where we really now have to start looking more into the aviation safety, more into protocols.
The Podical Sons.
What's up, y'all? Marvelous.
And I'm not your average Joseph.
And we are the Podical Sons. Hilariously inappropriate, but intellectual beyond belief.
All of that.
Let's start the show. Like, comment, subscribe, all the above, all streaming platforms possible. Podical Sons podcast on the socials. And you can find these lovely faces, especially on all streaming platforms, but Spotify and YouTube as well. You can see these faces. So let's start the show. How you feeling today, man?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good.
See the weather doing a little Caucasian, little 1-2, sprinkle,
it's
little
doing its thing.
cocaine.
Yeah, the streets look like an ice rink a couple days ago, but managed to make it home safe and sound.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
No, I can't complain too much. Whatever I want to say, minus the bullshit. Good to be a Canadian, eh?
Hey.
I was trying to stray away from the nonsense, but it's just like, like a blow dart gun. It's like, just pop you right there, just come right at you. Right there. Heat sinking.
Yeah, it's just...
What about you, Joy, this week? I've been noticing that I've been asking a lot of people and stuff recently.
You've been passing the question around?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I've been asking a lot of people and stuff. They're like, what about you, Joy, this week? And I've been asking a few people and stuff. Whatever. People are really dark.
Yeah.
Miserable. It's sad. It's very sad, like heartbreaking to know for a fact that, like, I want to say people don't appreciate the things what they got. They focus on the things what they don't have.
Yeah.
That's the first and foremost and stuff, whatever, right? I always look at it stuff as where long time ago, I believe, I want to say it might be Scotia, it might be another company and stuff, whatever, but they had a commercial where it was kind of like different people are looking at different people for like different things. So there's a guy in like a Lamborghini type car, stuff, or a high-end car.
Yeah.
And he pulled up next to somebody in a van.
Right.
And the guy was dolo by himself and stuff in the Lamborghini, but he looked at the father in the van with like the wife and like the kids in the back and stuff like that. He's like, I wish I had that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
To spend his money on and everything like that. And then the same guy like who's driving the van, he's looking at like some restaurant and stuff, whatever, right? Some high-end restaurant and stuff, whatever. But he's looking like he wish he can eat from there. But then there's somebody cleaning the tables in there looking like they wish they weren't working, but they have no choice but to keep working and stuff, whatever. And I feel like people focus on the things what they don't have compared to the things and stuff what they do have and stuff like that. Like, be grateful that, let's say, even that case, the guy can afford a high-end car. A guy has his whole family that he can do the trip with, whatever. That somebody has a job.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And when I was asking a few people and stuff, they're like, yo, one woman said to me, she's like, yo, you know what? She said just like this, she's like, brother, I am glad I am alive, but life is so full of fuckery. And I was like, damn. So I even had to, like, yo, you want a hug? So I give her a hug and everything.
Right.
And then she's like, yeah, like, it's just different out here and everything like that. Like, people are like unreliable these past few. I'm like, oh, it's gonna get more unreliable.
Yeah.
Upcoming when everybody has to focus on their household.
Right.
It's gonna be a different kind of environment and stuff for them just in totality. But I mean, just still for me, what brought me joy this week, I look at it as where I had a moment where I have like upcoming projects and stuff to kind of work on and deal with and stuff for that. So I'm in the process and stuff of dealing with some things. Shout out to Sling Dads and stuff, whatever as well.
Shout out to Sling.
So even like when him and I and stuff, we beatbox and stuff for a little bit. And when I was talking to somebody else and stuff like before him, they're like, yo, you seem like you haven't lost like the glimmer or the hope or something like that. He's like, and the person like, yo, I'm kind of envious. So I'm like, why are you envious and stuff, whatever? I'm like, I'm just a regular dude, whatever, right?
Right, yeah.
But the man's like, he's like, not a lot of people have things they can look forward to doing anymore. So he's like, I don't know if it might be because he thought it was like, he's like, when you record your podcast, when I was talking to him and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
It was like on the Thursdays. So I'm like, we're recording on the Sundays and stuff, whatever, everything going Tuesday. He's like, why are you so chip on the Thursday? I was like, why can't I be chipper and stuff? Is it against the law? Like, did they make a new law? Happy people shouldn't exist or something like that no more?
Right.
He's like, no, but happy people are in the minority and stuff, whatever. So I'm like, no, I think there's a illusion with the word happiness we need to just look at and break down.
Yeah.
In general, I'm like, I'm content. Life could be so much better, and it could be so much worse.
Yeah.
But I'm content.
I think people still don't understand that at the end of the day, it's really your mindset. You know what I mean? And it's what it's what you're gonna choose to set your mindset on, right? It's like, yeah, you can have a bad moment, but you really choose to prolong that bad moment with the stuff you dwell on, right? You can change that.
Facts.
And I think it's
absolutely
as soon as people realize that, no, you know what, I can change my perspective, the day becomes much better. I was in a meeting on I think it was not last Wednesday, but the Wednesday prior to that. And the same thing, like, you know what I mean? I was like, yo, I'm gonna bring some energy. So I was like, hey everybody, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's good. And it was like,
they're like, what the fuck?
yeah, they were shocked. They were like, is like today Friday or something? I said, nah, I'm just like, I'm feeling good. So I just want to extend the energy to everybody else.
Man.
And then slowly they started to pick up. I was like, it's like
somebody said a few times and stuff. Some people ask me and stuff like, yo, do you do like drugs before you start work and everything? Because I'm like, so one morning I came in and stuff, and I think it was before holiday or some shit like that. Yeah, before the Christmas holiday.
Right.
I came in and stuff. Remember, I was on my no indictment break.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So I was just kosher, but I wasn't like, no one pissed me off that day or something. But I walked in and like everything and stuff, whatever, at like work is like key card. It's so annoying.
Right.
Whatever, right? So it's kind of like back in my day, it used to just be like, twist and just go in. Now, keek. So now one door, the key card and stuff, whatever, like it beeped, it flashed green.
Right.
You're pushing, the door's not opening. So like when I had pulled the door, that's when it just popped open, and it popped open fast as hell. So when it happened, like, I'm like, dude, she went, tush. So I went, so I walked in like Stone Cold. So like everybody now, their heads turn looking like, why he coming in like this? I'm like, if you don't want to work today, give me a hell yeah. They're like, hell yeah. So then I was like, so then my boss was like, yo, like, what kind of energy did you come in on? Whatever. Like, we need everybody to be productive, but you came in on hot. Everybody was at 3.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know. She's like, well, what did you have this morning? I was like, tea and good music. I didn't eat yet.
That's it. that's all.
It's just mindset, man. I think
it's mindset.
It's mindset.
It really
I think
is.
us as people and stuff, we really need to, like I said, it's gratitude before attitude.
Yeah.
It's always been gratitude before attitude. I think it just comes to a point where I feel a type of way for certain people because the way how the landscape just end up being shaping up for them.
Right.
Like there's so many things that happen within a day. Like I said, we were talking about 24. What you do with yours, what I do with mine, never mind. You know?
Yeah.
But I look at it and stuff as where, okay, this didn't go well for you. The same thing you're talking about with the lamenting thing and stuff, whatever, right?
Right.
What could you change currently after said event has taken place?
Yeah.
Could you, like lick up some of the wounds? Can you, catch some of the spilled milk? If you cannot, it's already out your hands and stuff, whatever.
That's it.
On to the next and stuff, whatever. Like, again, the more time you waste or you use lamenting said thing that didn't go right, you're going to be on it for like a longer duration.
Right.
Like just so much good and most happiness. And then, if you look for the bad, all you're going to find is the bad.
And that's it.
Yeah, man, like be part of your own personal joy. And don't let nobody take away your thunder and stuff, much as if you made it through a week and like this. I look at it stuff as and let's say this. I say this. Shout out to all the to like, or to say thoughts and prayers to the illegals. in America that's on the run and everything. If you are on the run and stuff, and you know this is the place, keep doing what you're doing and stuff like that. To the ones that got caught and they got shipped back, thoughts and prayers to you and stuff like that. Your world is everybody's landscape and stuff is different. But the fact
changed.
that if you've been on the run for like even a week,
Right.
that's a victory.
Yeah.
That's a victory.
Yeah, because they're going everywhere.
Exactly.
For everyone.
So it's like thoughts and prayers to across the board and stuff. But not even just that. Even if you're a citizen that lives in a country and stuff that's not even affected by like the tariffs and everything.
Yeah.
Think about what your week could have looked like and stuff. You could have been in a rural area and stuff where like the elements could have affected you not getting where you need to get or doing what you need to do and everything and stuff, whatever. But you made it.
You made it.
You made
You made it.
Like, think about how many people died yesterday.
Also, I always say, like, just the fortunateness of waking up, because a lot of people don't wake up to see the next day or even the day that we are currently enjoying right now. So, from that type of perspective, at least you got a fighting chance. There's people who can't fight at all at this point.
See, and you be knocking my contemporary hip hop thing and stuff for there, my playlist.
Yeah.
That song that I was telling you and stuff, I got numbers in my phone that never ring again. That Jay-Z and Jay Electronica track.
Yeah.
I have an aunt that passed April 21st, 2024.
Okay.
This was our past Christmas, was our first Christmas Eve.
Right.
She wasn't present.
Right.
She would do a little get together, a little 1-2 and all the above.
Yeah.
But I would say the year before with the cancer and stuff kind of just getting at her.
Yeah.
She couldn't really function and stuff to that level to say she gonna cook, but she was still present.
She was still there.
Whatever, right? And even nevertheless, she was present with Sandra Lord.
Right.
Right. Shout out to Sandra and stuff with her. But like, even, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was just there. Now she passed April 21st, 2024. Come to Christmas Eve, the vibe is different because she's no longer around.
There.
Right. And I look at it and stuff as where we need to appreciate each other as people, because not even just death, how do you know how long this person might be around for?
Yeah.
Right? Like, I look at it stuff, the same thing with the indictment stuff, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I had set people in my world like forever.
Right.
And then they're still alive doing them and stuff, whatever. I was grateful for the time that we did spend together.
Right.
That we were locked in. And now you're doing you over there and I'm doing me over here.
Mm-hmm.
And we just have to live with these cherished memories.
Yeah.
But then the thing and stuff is that set individuals, like even myself, has to ask and stuff, whatever, was I present when the person was present?
Right.
Because there's one thing, it'd be like, Smooth, I'm gonna come check you and stuff like that, whatever. And you're off in your phone playing your pool game, your billiards game. You're off.
My 8-ball.
Your 8-ball game and everything like that. And I'm like, yo, Smooth, my goldfish died today, man. And you're like, well, PetSmart has a sale and stuff, whatever, for these new fishes. Be like, the fuck? Why would I come back here? I'm going through the Chronicles.
Right.
Well, Flipper's gone now.
Right.
Flipper.
Name of the goldfish, Flipper's wild.
I mean, the fin just splits, splashy. But no, I digress, man. Like, we need to just be focused and just enjoy and be grateful, man. Like, the gratitude thing is still here. Like, there's mad people going through mad hardships all over the world. Even the day-to-day people and stuff. Man. Even if it ain't something financially fucking with it, might be something health-wise that might be fucking with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I look at it stuff as where, like, yo, be grateful. Like, not even sit down and be humble. Sit down, be grateful. Think about all the great shit. Like, yo, not even getting all religious and everything, but like, yo, when I pray, I kind of pray about every event that took place to me within that day.
Right.
And I'm kind of grateful for some shit, because I done see some shit where on the other snowy day, I told you that car got stuck on the median type of thing.
Yeah.
Fucking axle dropped down. Thank God that didn't happen to me on that turn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, gratitude before attitude, man. That's how I get down.
And I think that's the realization that people have to get to when we ask these questions of what brought you joy. Because believe it or not, through all your perceived mists and pain, there was a good moment that you're probably overlooking. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're overlooking.
Yes.
And it might be minuscule to you, but at the end of the day, it's still something that happened.
You know, and I looked at it and stuff as well, it might be Associated Sons coming up or something like that. But I look at it stuff as where, you know, sometimes people be like say, I'm like, Smooth, you knocked over my guava juice or some shit like that, whatever, right? And you're
Right.
looking like, you're relaxed. Like, I'll buy you here's $5. Go buy yourself another guava juice and everything like that, whatever, right? But
Yeah.
it could have been a whole story and thing that kind of placed the guava juice in my world.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I look at it stuff like, to you, it might be just a one thing.
Yeah.
And to me, it might be in everything.
Right. Right.
Right? I went to a diner and stuff many, many, many moons ago and stuff, whatever. And this is like in, I want to say Pennsylvania somewhere, right? I made a stop on the way coming back from Cleveland to Toronto and stuff, whatever, right?
Okay.
And I was like, man, you know what? This spot is right by the damn gas station and stuff. Let me see if they might got something I can just eat for a bit, take a rest from driving, and all the above. And the lady came and said, whoo, I was just about to close. You're our last customer.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh shit, appreciate it and stuff, whatever, right? She's like, no, take your time. So then the guy from the back, he's like, are we done, Ski? So they're like, she's like, no, we got one more person that came in, whatever, right?
Right.
The guy's like, what would you like?
Yeah.
So he's like, you know what? This one's on the house. So I'm like, score. I'm like, look how God good enough. Like I was saying that shit to myself.
Right. Yeah.
Yo, the illest thing and stuff is that now, meanwhile, he's chefing up everything. Because I just had him like, can I get a burger and fries?
Yeah.
And I like the mom and pop diners places, how they do their burger and fries. Everybody has their own spin on a classic.
Right.
Meanwhile, he's chefing up everything and stuff, whatever. Like he's kind of just inbounding because the place is quiet. It's just us three in there.
Yeah.
They won the lotto. So
Okay.
they were once put like this. I think if I'm not mistaken, they were relatives.
Okay.
But like, let's say his wife,
Yeah.
died years ago.
Right.
And she was like a cousin
Right.
to the wife.
Yeah.
And like, it was their dream for this spot, whatever, right? So they changed the name and stuff, whatever, recently and everything like that, whatever. But then like, they don't know if they can keep up with the Google shit and all the above that's going on.
Yeah.
They won the lotto.
Yo, that's crazy.
They want to scratch off lotto thing and stuff like that, whatever. And basically put like 5 million stuff in their pockets.
Nice.
Right?
Nice.
So they're shutting this down. She gonna go like do her thing because I think she said she had a daughter or something like that, whatever.
Right.
Somewhere down south. He said like how the wife is gone. He's just gonna go somewhere nice and tropical and everything like that.
Right.
Fuck Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
His words, not mine. You know?
His words.
So when he was saying it like that, I'm just smashing, taking in the story and stuff, whatever. And I was like, yo, so I told him like I'm going to Toronto and everything. They're like, yeah,
Yeah.
you going all the way out there, whatever. They're like, okay. They're like, well, you want coffee? I'm like, no, I don't do coffee. You know me. And they're like, we got green tea. They gave me green tea.
Yeah.
Everything was on the house and stuff, whatever.
Nice.
And then when I was pouring out the sugar thing, is empty and stuff, whatever. And then I was like, shit, here, I'll give you another one. I'm like, can I take this? She's like, you sure can. This restaurant no longer ours as of whatever date. So I have the sugar dispenser
right
from that restaurant.
Nice.
I've drove past there, stuff, whatever. I want to say maybe within that same year. Let's say if that I probably went there like in the April, May time.
Yeah.
I went back there in the September, October time.
Yeah. Gone,
no bueno. Gone.
Yeah.
Adioski.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at it, so I'm like, this is a moment I had to be present for.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was grateful for it. I got a free meal. I got great convo from some people. I heard their stories and stuff about what they're planning to do with their newly riches and everything like that.
Right.
And I remember I was telling an ex at the time and stuff of what happened and everything. She said, why you asking for no money? I was like, they gave me a free fucking meal. I was like, gratitude. You see what I'm saying?
Asking for some
money. You see what I'm saying?
Damn.
People, they focus on the things what they don't have.
Yeah.
I'm grateful I got a free meal.
Of course.
I asked you the other day on the pod.
Yeah.
When's the last time you got something for free? Listen. And look how long you hesitate. I asked other people and stuff, whatever they're looking like. So somebody's like an asshole. So I'm like, well, I got a middle finger because I cut somebody off, and that was a freebie bird. So I'm like, yeah, it's rough out here, man.
It's rough. It's rough, man. It's rough. I think what brought me joy this week was I had a coworker had a little family incident, so she couldn't come to work on the Monday. So it's just me holding down the fort, and then the big man came through, and he just finished off his vacation and so forth like that. And he was like, "Hey, what's up?" I say, I'm good." He goes, "How's everything?" I said, "Everything is good." He goes, "Listen, I like the way you've been holding down the place for since you've been here and so forth like that, and you really been going far and beyond." And he was like, um, the money that we got coming up, which is the family day, so the long weekend. He says, "Listen, take the Tuesday off after the Monday, and we're gonna pay you for it. Just our way of showing you that we really appreciate what you've
That's
been
dope.
doing and going above and beyond." I was like,
That's dope.
I said, "Yo, thanks." I was looking forward to it. You know what I mean? But thank you.
That's a company where you look at and stuff where you're not just a number.
Right.
You're seen as a person.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of, and I don't want to speak for your company and stuff, but I look at it stuff as where you don't get that from a Fortune 500 company and stuff so much. And you
Nah.
don't get that from a major, like big stream company.
Nah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because they just look at everything as numbers. And I think when you're seen as a person, that goes a further way.
Yeah.
Because you in return, or the person in return, willing to do and go beyond the line for them and
for
stuff,
sure,
whatever.
for
If
sure.
need be. Like if you're like, oh, they're like, why are you coming in home so late? Whatever. Like there's some extra shit you had to tie up and do. And you looked at it like, you just got to get it done.
Yeah.
And everything. But when you're seen as a number and stuff, whatever, like, yo, if your clock out time is 5, 4:58, your code is on. You're probably at your desk and stuff with your jacket on, hat, and then thinking like, son of a bitch. Done. Yeah, man. These are the things that are adding to joy and bringing more worth to some people's lives.
Yeah. Agreed.
All right, man. Let's
All
get
right.
it cracking with some of these questions.
Question. I still remember that we got polls to get to.
Yeah, we still
before the onslaught.
It's the onslaught. The onslaught. Okay, I guess we're going into the onslaught after the polls. Okay, let's get to the polls.
Let's get to the polls.
First poll of the week was: Is it easy to be hard? Is it easy or hard to be loyal to somebody? And 83% said easy. How do you feel about that? Not even just spouse. I think a lot of people just thinking spouse.
Yeah, I think it's I wouldn't say it's easy.
That's why
I wouldn't say it's
I
easy.
didn't say it's easy.
Nah, I wouldn't say it's easy.
I look at it, so part of that, right? For me, okay, tell me, I'm gonna let you explain if you need to explain. I don't want to cut you off.
Yeah, no worries.
Typical privileged Canadian, just out here stunning on these American folks.
Fix your business. No, and I think that's part of what loyalty is, and being loyal is that it takes the effort. It's not
God.
something that's
Oh my
automatic. Like you gotta put effort into it.
Oh my God.
So to say that it's easy, a lot of times you've got situations that may tie or hold you down. But to be loyal is to say, you know what? I know I got my own issues, I know I got my own thing, but this person over there needs me right now. And I'm gonna be there for them because that's what it is. That's what it is. I see problems over there. I'm gonna help that person solve it. Forget about my own problems. And a lot of times, there's a lot of people won't do that.
I've looked at it and stuff like that. I got a scenario for you.
Yeah.
Somebody you are super cool with, whatever, right? A guy you're super cool with and probably loyal to, so to speak.
Yeah.
For the longest, right? Let's say you guys been super cool for at least over 10 years.
Okay.
And you've been loyal to each other and all the above. He does something and stuff to you that makes you question like the fabric of your friendship.
Right.
Whatever, right?
Yeah.
you seem like a passive kind of dude. You'll let, that thing slide, but you keep in mind of the violation now, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Now let's say year 11, year 12 or some shit like that, whatever. Some things pop off with set individual.
Right.
They do something and stuff, whatever, right? And somebody's like, yo, we looking for a set individual and stuff, whatever, right? And we know, like, you fucks for the person. We don't want no problems with you. In fact, I got 10 racks and stuff if you even just point me to a direction.
Right, right.
It's not just these hoes that ain't gotta be loyal. You gotta now think about the violation they done incurred. Because remember, you were loyal for, or everything was good for like 10 years.
Right.
Violation occurred. You guys are semi there now.
Yeah.
You didn't forget.
Yeah.
And now somebody's looking like, we're not saying we bodying him.
Right.
We're not saying we doing anything of some sort.
Yeah.
We're just asking for information.
Yeah.
We got 10 grand to give you for the information. Are you gonna be loyal? Be like, sorry, I don't know where he is. If you like, yo, 10 rats can go far right now with some things you got planned going on. You do some renos to the house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. So it's hard to be loyal. That's what I'm saying. It's hard to be loyal. And you really got it. It's again, character plays a lot into that, right? This is when you're about to say, character plays a lot into that. Because even though that person might have did you wrong, you now start probably even thinking of maybe like the moms. You know what I mean?
What do you mean? Your mom?
Not his moms, right?
Okay.
His moms may have always showed you love. May have always been good to you, right?
Mm.
What kind of heartache is she gonna go through with whatever you're about to do? Extends, right? It's like, it's not just that, it's,
with the 10 grand, you could probably buy flowers if need be. I'm just saying.
You could probably
they
buy
never
flowers.
said what was going to be done to do.
Buy flowers, and they never really said, but just the thought of something that could be really.
That's fair.
You know what I mean?
That's fair.
That probably would keep me back, and I'm just like, I don't want to profit from ill gain, or ill gain get me profits.
I like that.
Whatever. And it's like,
I'd
rather
that.
just let that just be whatever it's gonna be.
Your moral compass is better than the most. I want to say probably for me, depending on individual, because I look at it stuff as where, again, if it came to the people who've gotten like the recent indictments and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
Yo, I sing for 10 racks. Yo,
your pockets is fat.
I sing for 10 because, like I said, I don't fuck
pockets is fat like Tony.
If I don't fuck with you, I don't give a fuck. Like, and I look at it stuff like that. Now, spouse wise and everything, I feel like spouse, partner wise, whatever, I do feel like those things are kind of a little bit easier. Yeah. They're not easy.
No.
It's a little bit easier because I look at it and stuff as where, depending on like the couple, if they might be cohabitating and stuff, whatever, you got to realize that like, certain things you might do,
right?
You might risk. I heard it's a deep ass thing and stuff. I don't know who said it, but they said some people risk the hotel to lose their home. So they'll take a night in a hotel with somebody and stuff, whatever, to fuck around and lose their house.
Yeah.
And I feel like when you have a thought process, even at least like that, it leads you a little bit easier to be loyal because you're looking like, yo, this shit might not be worth it.
Right.
Could you imagine you cheat on your woman for some basic box?
It's crazy.
Like she's there laying there. No, the chick is just there like, do what you must, smooth. And then you're looking like, fuck am I doing? Like, you're upset.
What the hell?
You're upset. And then probably like that night, whatever, like you go hop in the shower, head to the house and stuff, whatever, like, where were you? You're like, no, I came home to be with you. No, you cheated on me and stuff. You're like, ew, no. The box was basic.
A lifetime of misery.
It's not easy to be loyal. Like, I feel like the overall concept, so easy to do the bad things.
Right, easy to do the bad things.
And it's so hard to do the right thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I look at stuff as where I always love that Kanye line. He's like, how you stay faithful in a room full of hoes?
Yeah.
I don't think that's an easy dance.
It's not an easy dance.
You need to appreciate a man that can do some shit like that, whatever, right? Yeah. Because if you're in a room full of hoes, let's say just you, now put 12 hoes, a dozen hoes.
A dozen hoes.
Dozen hoes. 12 of them in there be like, yo, it's just us. It's not your woman. You never slept with 12 women at a time? And then 3 of them probably like, you know what? How about this? 12 might be too much for you. Just sleep with 3 of us.
Right.
we won't say anything and stuff like that. And then when we leave
How
this
will
room,
they know? They'll never
no one
know.
know. Yeah, they're gonna know. No one will know.
No one will
They're gonna
know.
know.
Yeah.
What do you do then?
Yeah.
Because if the fact you're already fighting it off and stuff, whatever, it goes to show you it's not easy to be loyal.
It's not. It's not.
Because that sounds like a nice ass kind of deal or offer and stuff, and you looking like, yo, make sure the door's locked.
Y'all got the Men in Black memory zapper?
Yeah, you know. Look to the light, smile at the birdie, boom. Okay, on to the next.
To the next.
The second poll says, does the world need more tech or more medicine? And 88% said medicine. How do you feel about that?
I'm rolling with tech.
You rolling with tech?
Yeah.
I myself will say tech too, and I'll tell you why.
I'm wondering if your why is the same reason why I say tech. Go ahead.
Let's go.
Go ahead.
When it comes to the medicine,
Yeah,
the world has given a lot of people medicine, and people don't want to fuck with it. I will start with say vaccine will be on top of my list.
Yeah,
vaccine is not isn't it not a medicine?
It is.
But people don't want to fuck with vaccines,
right?
Across the board. So I don't feel like majority of people and stuff want that kind of medicine, and then even much less certain other medicines.
Yeah,
no one really wants to be the first guinea pig.
No,
because it's like we were ranting and hooting and stuff. I think almost like 2 years ago now. Like, damn, you were talking about the male birth control.
Right.
I think they didn't talk about it last year in 2024.
Nah, they didn't.
But in 2023, they were talking about it and stuff. And looking like, hell yeah, shoot the club up. Then you start thinking about like what possible side effects this shit might come with.
Could come to you.
Are you gonna fuck with this? The answer would be no for me. Now, when it comes to tech, why I say yes to tech? I mean, we were joking and shooting the shit about the limitless pill
right
the other day. Yeah. And I look at like, does this fall into tech or does this fall into medicine? But they're looking like it falls under the medicine, but the fact that like it took them time to kind of just analyze and work through some shit because it's not a need.
It's not a need.
It's not a need to something to prolong and stuff, whatever. It's just something to kind of keep you going. Then I heard shout out to Theo Vaughn and stuff, whatever, and Cat Williams. Cat was on his show.
Yeah.
And he was talking about like, are you ever scared of dying? And he's like, Cat said some weird ass shit. He's like, well, they promised me that I won't have to worry about such things. Nigga, what? Who's they? You're not dying?
Limitless pill.
So I'm looking like, that sounds like some tech shit.
It sounds like some tech shit.
Because the amount of years we had medicine, no one has not said, well, I'm not going to kick the bucket. Until now.
Talk
about it.
Well, when I say tech, and it's on that similar lines, is that I think we're at the point where we're going to see it replace modern medicine. This whole past, I want to say maybe year and a half, when they were talking about the type of nanoparticles that they're putting in these new form of strain of medicines that now just go in and pinpoint stuff. So
like
it's
a
like
disease or a virus and stuff like that.
Right. It's like these little nanobots is like going in and then just like targeting specific things. And I'm like, well, if we're at this front stage of this, what are we looking at like 10 years from now? And again, I was, I go back to I think it was when I was talking about the movie Elysium. When everybody, when all the poor people were on Earth, but all the rich people lived in like this big satellite.
Space Beverly Hills.
Yeah, Space Beverly Hills.
Right.
And in the Space Beverly Hills, they had like a little machine that you laid down in.
And it just happened to you and
fixed all your ailments. I'm like,
would you consider that even something like that? That's what my question is to you. Would you consider that more tech or medicine?
Tech.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And that's what I was saying and stuff. I look at it stuff as where, to me, homeopathic remedies and stuff like that will fall in the line of medicine.
Right.
Because I want to say they're kind of just like naturally God-given. It's up to us to use our brains and trial and errors.
Yes.
To see how good these might work for a possible person and stuff, right? When you're going amongst to add nanomachines within, like I want to say, surgeries, medications,
right,
and procedures, Seems kind of high tech to me.
That's tech. That's definitely tech.
Okay. All right. Are you ready to play?
I'm ready.
How you want to start this? Go ahead. Tell me where you want to start.
Well, condolences to the 6 people who died in the second plane crash that happened within the week.
Yes. In the streets of Philly.
Is it safe to fly?
That is a good damn question. There's people that might say they don't give a damn.
Right.
To be honest, I don't feel like it's not as safe as we used to take it for.
Right.
And I'll say that because when the Korean airliner went down,
Yeah.
right? When that went down, I believe it was you and I know I was talking to some other people and stuff about it. I'm like, there's probably about, let's say, average 1,500 planes go up in the sky, daily.
Daily.
Right? And we don't hear about crashes that often.
Right.
Right? Now with the lens of like social media and everybody in camera phones and stuff like that, things are kind of more prevalent and on deck.
Yeah.
I want to say the instances where we were fall, I guess, victim to, let's say, whoever's producing the stats for like the plane crashes and stuff like that. You have personal people saying, well, explain this crash and explain this crash and explain this crash. And I feel like the percentages and stuff will probably like change and shift, right? When you have, I'm not gonna get to conspiracy theory mode yet, but it takes brilliant military minds to even fly a Black Hawk.
Yes.
Chopper.
Right.
Right? I don't blame the commercial airline, like American Airline.
Yeah.
I blame the Black Hawk.
Yeah.
Because the Black Hawk should know that like their radar detection skills are like damn near off the grid.
Right.
Whatever, right? So I look at this stuff as if any case, you need all hands on deck in there to pay you the fuck attention to like what's going on.
Yeah.
Right? Because they basically, especially in a dark night sky type, like they're not gonna see you.
No.
Like visually, like straight out there, like a clear blue sky.
Well, especially for a military device that's
stealth.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So I'm like, use military device level. You have more sight than they do.
Yeah.
The fact that these people, like, it's not even, I want to say, 9/11 was a different kind of situation and stuff, whatever, right? With so many occurrences of like planes going down in one day. But I look at it, some of these people are like, yo, I'm just taking this flight. I'm just hopping on this flight.
That's it.
For this to pop off and stuff, and then that's one thing. And then now the other plane crash, you're looking at stuff like these people were just getting ready to just do regular shit.
Just do regular shit.
And so many people, I saw like so many camera angles from like fireballs, explosions, and I looked at it and I was like, I don't know if it's safe anymore, man.
Well, I mean, just, going back to the Black Hawk, right?
Yeah.
They were saying that the airspace that it was in, it wasn't even supposed to be in that level of airspace. And a few weeks back when the water bomber from Canada was, out over in LA trying to help with the waters and so forth, forth like that. A drone hit the wing and damaged it and took that water bomber out of commission. Now, I'm a drone pilot. I went through the whole rigmarole and got the license. That drone and that airplane were not supposed to be in the same airspace. The drone pilot got charged. He had to pay for the damages and so forth like that. But this is just going to show you, it's like more stuff is happening within the airspace.
Yes.
That and especially, going back to the whole Black Hawk incident, they're opening up more traffic They're supposed to be opening up more traffic within that airspace within the next couple months from now.
Oh, the location. Yeah. Reagan Airport area. Yeah.
And I'm like, no, these are the things that you have to understand. It's like that it's getting crowded, and with all these, look, they want to put flying cars up in it. That's the next thing.
So that's what I'm saying, because I look at it stuff as where you have to add the flying cars into the mix.
Right.
Fuck it.
Airplanes,
the choppers, from the news choppers to the police choppers.
Right.
Throw a Black Hawk in there if you want, whatever, right?
Right.
The drones.
The drones.
I would look at it stuff as where when everyone's trying to chase like the Jersey aliens.
Yeah.
People trying to throw their drones up there.
Right.
And then the drones came up crashing back or kept coming back and stuff, whatever, right? Then you have the air taxis.
The air taxis
And everything. And then I heard some of them, like in the Europe side, those air taxis and stuff, whatever, don't even have a pilot. They have a virtual pilot.
Right. That's the other thing.
So I'm like, there's too much going on up here. We need to regulate some like airspace control,
and then
before we get out of hand.
And then we think about, again, because we discussed this the other day with the whole Boeing incident, where there's more older planes in the skies than newer planes.
Confirm.
Right? And we know, like, everything has a life expectancy.
Wear and tear,
right? How rigorous are the examinations? How rigorous are the, because they say it's being done, but we just seen Boeing get under fire for not doing the proper maintenance.
It was a flight from this past week as well. From Houston to New York.
Right.
They had to be grounded because I think like right after takeoff and stuff, an engine caught on fire.
Yes, I did see that.
Right? And the wear and tear thing and stuff, whatever, because I guess they're more capital based.
Right.
Or capital driven.
Right.
Than they are of, like, let's say, most places safety and service. It's getting scary up there just in general, because I want to say that's not including the last piece and stuff I had to drop in with the UFO shit.
Right.
Because with the UFO stuff, whatever, like there's people saying like they're in planes and they're calling it out and they're taking photos of these things and stuff right now. Like, who's to say our technology is even decent level to be on par with them, and much less they might just have something that just EMP like and shoot, like not shoot down the plane, but flying close to it.
Yeah.
Might put it in a no-fly zone.
Right.
And like the drones do, they just, well, you hope it returns to base.
Yeah.
Or you hope it doesn't shut down everything and stuff and shit just drops straight out of the sky.
Right out the sky.
Right? So I don't know if it's safe like that, but yeah, thoughts and prayers to like the families and then the lives that were affected and stuff by this, because people did lose lives.
Yeah.
Including the Black Hawk pilots and stuff as well.
Right.
My question to you pertaining to flying now is that, should we use another kind of route of transportation? Like as frequent as much as we use planes, because I know specific companies might mess with trains, but trains take a lot longer to kind of get to set destinations.
And I was
going to
say, and certain things, flying might be the only option, right? So it's really a tough call, but I agree with you where we really now have to start looking more into the aviation safety, more into protocols. And just it might be a time to have an overhaul on these sort of things, being that so much things are now in the skies at one period of time.
I feel like, this is my opinion, the people are lost. And I'll say it like that because what are you supposed to concentrate on? Like, you as a regular citizen of your own personal world.
Yeah.
Much as if you do have access to the internet and
Right.
you're not, I'm gonna say, your news is not being blocked or kind of cut off and everything and stuff. So you have access to see like what's going on in most parts of the world.
Yeah.
What are you supposed to be focusing on? Like, should you be focusing on like aliens might be coming? Should you be focused on like planes going down? Should you be focused on Trump? Should you be focused on like your dollar's not working for you and stuff like I feel like it's spotty. Like, what do you recommend that people should be focusing on to say, all right, say if Trump is a problem, we need to focus on fixing this problem. Like, what should the people be focusing on now, do you think?
Finding your tribe.
That is real ass advice.
Finding your tribe. That this is if there's any time that you were to find your tribe, it would be now, because you might be needing them sooner than you think.
I am not mad at that. Thank you. Thank you for that.
You might be needing them sooner than you think.
Thank you for that. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm stymied. You're right. Because I look at it stuff as where this is the now time for community.
Yeah, it is. It really is the now time, and just it might be just to get you through some shit.
Facts.
It might be just to get you through some shit, just to tell you, you know what? I know it looks like shit's going to hell,
crazy.
but yeah.
I see it too.
Yeah,
because when you're just sitting with this thought by your damn self, like I remember when I used to play Call of Duty and stuff, and there was like a mirror like in the like close to the TV,
right?
Whatever. And when I saw the mirror, like if I died or I got killed in some stupid way, I would look. I was like, but then I saw my mirror reflection and looking like, you're not crazy. That bullshit just took place. And I feel like when you have people and stuff like, your tribe, and be like, yo, you're not crazy. It's just fucked up out there.
Right.
We have to have each other's backs.
Exactly.
And we'll be okay.
Exactly.
The world don't seem like a bad place.
Exactly.
Speaking of each other's backs, should Canada join forces with another country?
I don't think Canada could do anything on their own right now, and it looks like it looks like their big brother has ran away and left them, so now they got to find another new big brother.
To fuck off, politely. Big brother's there and stuff, standing up like, you're not trying to be 51st state, like yo.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna have to find someone else to help carry the weight. And I'm thinking it might be some of the unusual suspects, like possibly China, possibly Russia.
Yeah. Okay, so let me ask you this: should Doug Ford and other premiers of different provinces, I think the premier of BC and stuff is on board with removing alcohol, U.S. alcohols,
right,
from their shelves,
right?
Right?
Yeah.
Do you think now that an official trade war has started, we should be trying to patch things up or fight it out? Because I mean, and for pride purposes and stuff, whatever, I get both sides.
Yeah.
But I look at it stuff as where, again, if you ask, let's say 1,000 Canadians, you ask 1,000 Americans,
right?
Do they want these tariffs to go in and stuff, whatever, random 1,000 like citizen folk?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna hear no from both sides.
Yeah, I
Right?
think you're gonna hear no from both sides.
However, you have like, let's say, and I want to, for lack of better words, Doug Ford is a top player in Canada.
Yeah.
Right? So you look at it stuff as like some of the top players in Canada are not trying to negotiate and make some shit pop. Right? And I'm not saying like they're at fault.
Yeah.
But even on the US side and stuff as well, some of their top players and stuff like Trump and his cabinet, his peoples, they're not trying to, negotiate and stuff, whatever, too, right? But I look at it stuff as like, if they don't give a fuck, they're a bigger nation than we are.
Yeah.
Not landmass.
Yeah.
They're just a bigger nation and stuff in general. So if we look at it stuff as like, we kept leaning on US, the US don't want to fuck with us like that. We gotta go where we're loved or we're needed.
Exactly. And not only that, we gotta go where we're loved and we're needed.
China, I'm wearing a red jacket just in case. I'm ready for you,
We also gotta
remember.
I don't think it's time to go in and negotiate. I think right now we gotta war it out for a bit. And the reason why I say
give me a bit, like estimated time. We're talking like 3 months.
At least long enough for those on the state side who will be affected to feel it and start their murmuring and making up noise. Because then that
Go ahead. I'm hearing you.
Because then that puts pressure. It puts a little bit more pressure on the U.S. government. Not only does it put a little pressure on the U.S. government, if you go in and negotiate right away, the effects are not felt. So now, if they ever decide to do it again, there's not that thought in their mind. At least if a little pressure is felt now and everything gets settled, the second time when it comes around, it's like, the people, they were kind of with me, but then after they were gunning for me, maybe I should think this through a little bit.
So I think for me, what I'm not with you with is, I think before shit, like I'm, you know me, I'm still in bitter wife. I call it the bitter wife thing syndrome.
Right.
Don't make me leave.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I look at it stuff as like, before shit can get as worse it can get.
Right.
Let us try and figure something out before I walk out this door.
Right.
Before I walk out of your life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I was thinking of stuff. I was like, I promise you, and I promise you, I want to be wrong.
Right.
I want to be wrong, full extent. Say Canada said, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna fuck with China.
Yeah.
China's like, you mind if we set up shop there? We'll give you all the technology.
No.
All the things you need.
That's exactly what's gonna happen.
All the things you need. We just want to set up shop and stuff, whatever. And they can even put up a place, like a tower tall enough where, like, say the woods of like Wyoming area on the US side, that borderline, on the Canadian side, there's like a Chinese tower, and they're just staring at them and stuff, whatever, like, laughing.
That's exactly what's going to happen. And the reason why...
And the US is going to regret it.
Well, okay. But the reason why I say it's got to be it's got to be someone like China and Russia, because going back to what we were discussing last week, right? Knowing that Canada can't hold on its own. And then there's something part of it what we discussed in the off air as when the pressure starts to hit, and then the US starts to say, hey, come on down. Life is nice here. And then the migration starts to happen.
The defectors.
Right? The migration, because listen,
the defectors.
It's defector or not living at all. At some point, it might get to that, right?
It's soon.
Yeah.
Soon.
So the defecting happens now. And now Canada really can't function, right? And then the US says, okay, well now, you had no choice but to be the 51st state. It's now a problem to China and Russia because that landmass
is massive.
That landmass is sitting quite near to Russia. You understand what I'm saying?
Whereas after Alaska, there's the Bering Strait, and then you're right into Asia.
There's a little thing called the Northwest Passage. A lot of people don't, unless you're into commerce, a lot of people don't really know about that.
Elaborate it then.
So all this talk about the seaways and so forth like that, the Panama Canal is very big because it's one of those routes where it cuts down the time that it takes to ship anything, right?
Yeah, because you can go through the canal instead of going all the way around. Right.
The Northwest Passage is a similar route. Now, the reason why it wasn't so big or big or popular before is because it's mostly ice, right?
Right.
But with the periods of global warming and all that, a lot of that ice is starting to melt, and it's a lot of shallow water, right? Canada has laid claim to that route for the longest time.
I gotcha.
Right? So they're up there now. They're trying to develop the passageway, it'll be a major commerce for Canada. U.S. knows about it as well. And they've been arguing back and forth about it. So you annex Canada, that trade route now becomes yours.
Let's talk about the power thing. Doug Ford mentioned the stuff about like cutting off the power to America.
Right.
Like I guess the area from like the Quebec zone.
Yeah.
That will cut off power and stuff to most part of New England and stuff like that on that side.
Yeah.
Should they?
I don't see why not. You use everything at your disposal.
Cut it.
You use everything at your disposal, and that's why they're saying we're only gonna do 10% tariffs on energy, 35% on everything else, but 10% on energy. Yeah, just in case.
Fuck yeah. You see you trumpet, you think it's lick. That part. I think that part and stuff, whatever, is where I feel we should still be on the negotiation tables. I do believe Donald Trump, what he's doing and stuff over there is like fast and brash.
Yeah.
But I mean, most Republicans chase money. You have to look at stuff as like, what he's doing, is this going to pull money into your pockets?
Right.
If it's not going to pull money into your pockets and stuff, whatever, then you need to look at alternative motives and stuff to say like, yo, boss, if you're not negotiating and this is non-negotiable, whatever, sell some secrets, man. Yo, Mike Pence. But because like I look at it stuff as where when I heard about the power thing and the power grid,
yeah,
I
because I think they were saying like 40% of our sales is in regards to power, something like that. It's a lot. It's a lot.
lock it off.
It's a lot.
Lock it off. Then call China in. Call China in. Because I think the thing and stuff is that if US is competing against China and Russia,
right,
and you bring in their competition and stuff, the competition was across some seas, right? From like oceans,
yeah,
and some seas and everything and stuff. And you think like the threat's not close at home to the threat. What is it?
right at your doorstep.
What's the expression they use? The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Right. Yeah.
If they partner up with even Canada, who needs some action and needs some traction,
yeah,
we just have to just watch Holocaust 2.0 take place in America. And I say that whatever I say, and the thing is stuff too, and I don't want the Jewish community to come after me and stuff, but I look at it stuff as where the ideology and stuff of your leader, your current leader and stuff is not collaborative.
No.
It's more competition driven.
Yeah.
And now I think the people are experiencing the effects. Consider the fact that the man just got in January 20th.
Just January 20th.
We're recording this on February 2nd, and then you guys will officially get this on February 4th. And so much things have taken place and stuff, whatever. The housing market and stuff, definitely over there in America. I was gonna ask you, how do you think now, let's say, with US and this Canada thing, the defecting thing I was talking about, it'll be easier for contractors and construction folk now to kind of go in and fill the gaps where the immigrants and stuff, whatever, where the illegals were there, no? Would it be easier or hard? Because they have to now pay proper dollars,
right,
to hit the line. Where I want to say like the migrants and the illegals, they took what you basically gave them.
What you basically gave them.
So if you're gonna recruit people from elsewhere to fill these gaps, because I was seeing videos and stuff like that, and I'll show you right after when we're done.
Right.
Like it was crazy. Like one, like just different people at different construction sites, different housing developments and stuff, whatever. Like at this time, 10 a.m., you'd be hearing a lot of roofing action, drilling action.
Yeah. None of that's going on.
It's just dead silent now.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm looking at stuff, I'm like, now they're gonna be in a disparity.
Right.
Costs of homes are gonna go up over there.
Right.
How are you gonna fill this gap? A lot of people and stuff have egos, so this certain jobs is remedial or beneath them. What you gonna do?
You're starving the Canadians, man. You're starving the Canadians to bring in those citizens that'll come take those jobs.
Were you defected? You defected?
I'll go back to the motherland first.
Good for you.
I'll go back to the motherland first.
Good for you. They're offering citizenship.
They're offering citizenship over there.
America doesn't want you work. They want a worker.
Yeah.
They just want a worker.
Yeah, they're offering citizenships over here.
Yikes. How would you?
But it's an interesting take on the dynamic, because if you're saying now, and I mean, how do you look at it now? Do you look at it? Because then it really looks like a racial thing then.
What?
If you're saying you're not going to take the illegals coming from Mexico.
Yeah. But I don't think
because as opposed to just saying, okay, you guys are here already. We're sealing the borders shut. Those who managed to slip in,
that's different.
Yeah.
That right there is a power move.
Yeah. Those who managed to slip in, we're gonna make you American citizens. We're gonna grant you American citizenship, make you Americans, and everything else.
If your crime record is clean.
If your crime record is clean.
If your crime record is clean and stuff, you can go to your nearest like immigration naturalization center.
Yeah.
And apply and stuff like that, whatever. And you tell us what the fuck you doing right now.
Yeah.
So we can keep tabs and keep track on you.
Yeah.
And all the above. Now,
America keeps on building.
Yeah.
America keeps on building.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. But if you're saying you're gonna send them home to now make the Canadians come in and take their place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the deportation things that you hear about now, especially from this side? Like when you're hearing about it, like do they pull on your heartstrings? Do you say like it's needed? Because within Canada ourselves and stuff, whatever, we had a exodus, not compared to US's exodus.
Yeah.
But I want to say with the 100,000 students from India that they were bit by bit sending back, allegedly. Because I heard they said it deported like at least like 25,000 of them.
Yeah.
And stuff. So it's still like 75, like they still have to find them and then try and send them back. But I look at it stuff as where, like, with Canada already being in a position of sending back their illegals.
Yeah.
You hearing about the US illegals, does it change your tone about like immigration laws? Does it make you feel a type of way? Like, what do you feel when you hear about these things?
Yeah, no, different from how they got here in Canada, because we actually brought them in.
Okay.
Right? And those.
So you're saying the other ones is just like
those people down the
tooth and nail.
Those people down there, they crossed whatever rivers they had to cross to get into the country.
The coyotes.
Yeah, they got there illegally, right? And listen, however you chop it up, the immigration problem is a problem for both Canada and US, and
I think the world,
for the world. But I want to say, well, I can't really speak on how it's affecting like everyday citizens in other places, but I know for here, we got kids that can't get jobs.
True.
Because what they're doing right now is they're posting the jobs, right? But they're not giving it to the youth because they can give it to somebody who is here as an immigrant for a lot less wage. They can post jobs in a way where they don't hire locals, go back to the government and say they can't find nobody. They need to bring in immigrant workers.
Right.
This is affecting livelihood of our kids.
Mm.
So from a standpoint like that, if you got like two kids that can't get no jobs, and the regular like starting off jobs like the McDonald's, the Harveys, you see grown ass adults in there working.
You know what? You're absolutely, and you're not wrong. Because I want to say, I come from a time where it was like that, right?
Right.
And I remember even when I was in high school and stuff, whatever, a ton of my homies or other people I went to school with and stuff, whatever, worked at different fast food joints
Yeah.
and stuff like that, whatever, right? Shout out to Taliban. Like even Taliban had a McDonald's job and stuff like that, whatever, right? So I look at it stuff as where, and this is the 16, 17 mark, and this is to kind of get your feet wet
That was your entry
onto the,
job.
yeah,
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 that was your
yeah.
entry
That's
to
your
the
entry
workforce.
job and stuff, whatever, right? And now, like even here, like people that probably got kids to feed and stuff are doing these entry so-called jobs and stuff, whatever, right? And I look at it stuff as where I never really thought about it until you brought it into perspective just a while ago. I'm like, but these kids, and I guess probably playing devil's advocate, like some of these kids and stuff, whatever, a job like that is even beneath some of them too.
So, some of them, the job is beneath some of them.
Right. So I look at it stuff as where if it's remedial or it's beneath you and stuff like that, and the opportunity presented itself and stuff, you might get first crack.
Right.
But then some people might turn their nose up and stuff and away from it, whatever, when people are looking like, yo, I got kids to feed back home in another country.
Yeah.
I'm with whatever.
But I mean, but it's not just the kids though. I mean, the kids are facing it, but it's not just the kids though. I know this one person, right?
Mm.
She trying to find a second up, like another job just to help with the bills and stuff like that to make ends meet. She says she's applied for part-time at I think it was a Metro or one of those shop grocery stores and stuff like that. And she keeps getting rejected for the position.
Since you're overqualified or something?
I said, well, first of all, you gotta dumb down your resume. Like completely dumb down your resume.
Say you work at Blockbuster,
and
to work at Target in Canada.
And secondly, why would they hire you when they know the certain type of wage that you're gonna expect when they can hire an immigrant worker and pay them what they want to pay them? It's just it's commerce. It is what it is. It's capitalism. They're not gonna look at you and say, hey,
it's capitalism.
Yeah, they're not gonna look at you and say, hey, I'm gonna hire you and know that you're gonna bitch and complain about you may come in at that rate, but how long are you gonna stay with that rate?
Like, I know my rights. I know my rights. I'm entitled to a raise. The other person's like, I'm just happy to be here.
I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah.
Let me work.
You have it. So what should they take? Should Canada take ChatGPT or Deepseek?
I think they should take Deepseek.
You feel like they should take Deepseek?
ChatGPT is an American company, no?
It is.
Listen, man. Listen, the buck stops here. The buck stops here.
We welcome to our land. It's crazy because I looked at it stuff as where looking at Deepseek from when the video you sent me and other videos that other people have sent me and I've seen and stuff online.
Right.
Deepseek itself for an AI program, like it AI'd out ChatGPT. So it's a better AI than ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Half the price.
A fraction of the price.
A fraction, excuse me.
Fraction of the price.
Fraction of the price. I look at it stuff as now, if you sign up with Deepseek, you're giving intel to China.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're a consumer going through these trying times where shit is so hard and the tariffs are sky high.
Bro.
Won't you look for the most consumer efficient way
you're going to look
possible?
You're going to look for the most consumer.
But you're like, no, I'm going to keep ChatGPT. I like my shit American. You better get the fuck out of here. You better sell some secrets to China. I try to find a way not for them not to cancel us, and then
I mean,
the heart wants what the heart wants.
The heart wants what the heart wants. We got a good Chinese population here in the good old Canada.
Shishi ni. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like worst case scenario, again, when we got to go back and stuff, whatever, talking about Blue, and Blue was on the show and stuff like that with his episode and stuff. And I look at it stuff like we really need to implement more and more this AI shit. Like a lot of people, the folks, thanks for the folks who participated in the polls.
Yes.
Medicine, I get where you guys are coming from and stuff like that, whatever, but tech can keep a lot of this problems at bay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? I don't believe like clone food and certain things and stuff like that might be the way, but I do believe like certain things, and I like how Blue said it and stuff on that episode. He was like, it leads from most of the hard work to kind of go with to the AIs and to the tech, while you can do the day-to-day shit.
Right.
Like I look at it stuff as where if we did have decent plot and plan and land,
Yeah.
maybe some people might be able to grow some shit again.
Yeah.
Right? And if not, then maybe we might have more farmers, or if not, we might have more people and stuff kind of dealing with like the doctor aspect and stuff, because pretty soon we're going to be in a doctor deficit.
Yeah. Well, especially when the tariffs started hitting. And the capital gain, so they're getting rid of the capital gain tax. They're getting rid of it because, listen, to be a doctor here in Canada make no sense when you can go to be a doctor down south.
I know a few doctors personally that they opt out on getting vaccinated.
Yeah.
And two of them went to Florida to go work until the vaccine mandate kind of got lifted a little bit, whatever. They're like, I said it to one of the doctors, whatever. I was like, you're a show off. And he looked at me, he chuckled and stuff, whatever, right?
Yeah.
We were drinking tea.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, you're a show off. I'm like, you flex on this poor hospital and stuff like that, whatever. And the man's like, I'm in demand, Marv. That's how he said it. He's like, not my fault I'm in demand. He's like, I just chose the right profession.
It's not his fault.
So I was like, but it's wild how a doctor want to do the vaccine.
Right.
Opt out, go to Florida to go work, keep your money up, and then like, hey, fuck it, why not? I guess I'll come back. Because they wanted to kiss my ass. Don't make me leave.
Don't make me leave.
And the man left and came back, and it came back on his terms.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was looking, I was like, we are going to need a lot of, we need less influencers. Like I heard somebody say, we don't need too many people podcasting and stuff, whatever. I feel like we still do need podcasters.
Right.
We don't need that many influencers telling us what the fuck to do.
Right.
Because I tell them stuff is like, we have a lot of things that's not, I want to say, localized or specialized for you.
Yeah.
And let's say you might be following like a influencer telling you about like, buy healthy shit, whatever, because this influencer's from Greece and damn near everywhere stuff could be farmland, fish related, and everything. When you look at your shit, you far as fuck from an ocean.
Right, yeah.
To even say you're gonna get fresh fish.
Yeah.
I feel like less influence from those people and stuff. The musicians always had a way on us, the actors always had a way on us and everything like that. When they step down from those type of platforms and levels, let them lead. You remember when was it Cindy Crawford? Cindy Crawford was top model running the shit back in the day.
Yes.
Then Cindy Crawford found the guy with the Fountain of Youth with the melons, with the cantaloupes. I don't know. I was gonna say Dr. Sebi. It was not Dr. Sebi.
No, it was not the Sebi.
You know the guy I'm talking about and stuff, whatever, right?
Shoot.
And like that's what I'm saying. Cindy Crawford isn't acting no more. This is now your new job.
Yeah.
Influence. People fucked with you because they liked you at this aspect and stuff like that. You're not doing too much nowadays. Influence some other shit. When you got a regular degler coming out of nowhere,
right,
telling me what the fuck to do, whatever, I'm like, who are you?
Yeah.
Some of these streamers I don't even know.
A lot of them I don't know.
And then, but yeah, these streamers will probably put some other people onto some other shit. I saw some one streamer, he went to Jamaica, trying to act all top of top.
Yeah.
And everything, trying to go buy weed and everything and stuff. They shamed him. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna come with you. And man's like, yo, move yourself. No man is coming on me. And I was like, he's like, I don't understand. I'm like, I do. You can't be everywhere, man. But I'm pretty sure if it was like a Denzel Washington,
right,
they want to come at Denzel with that energy.
Come on, no, man, no. That's Denzel.
And Denzel's about to retire.
And he about to retire.
So I'm looking at stuff as like, yo, our players or the people that we put in these power positions need to be re-evaluated and re-looked at to, like, I want to say, to kind of, I don't say turn on their popularity because they'll stop their funds, but focus on what's real and what's not. Consider the fact that we have the rise of AI coming up, and we don't know. Eventually, you don't know what the fuck might be real or not.
Right.
That part. I one last question for you. Trump's new billionaire squad, with Elon Musk, Bezos, Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Dana White, he's scratching his way and clawing his way up there to the top as well. Is that the new Justice League? Or is that the new Legion of Doom?
I think it's the Legion of Doom.
Why?
Because rich people ain't never give a shit about poor people, man.
I like the way you think.
They never give a shit. They all they care about is getting more rich. And I mean, if you going to increase the wealth of the country,
Okay.
I could see why he would grab those guys. I could see why he would grab those guys. But increasing the wealth of the country doesn't necessarily mean it's going to reflect on the people in the country. It rarely does.
Yeah, they don't reflect off the common man, common person. Let me just say that from what I see, because again, I mean, Jeff Bezos went to space. Mark Zuckerberg, like, I don't like you guys. I'll make my own universe. Welcome to the metaverse and stuff like that, right? Elon,
Said I ain't even bother going to space. Let me just send a Tesla up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I look at it stuff as the things and actions do not reflect the common person within that country.
Well, it's a statement, right? Like, make America great again. It wasn't make the people of America great again.
No.
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 Touche. That part. One more thing and stuff, whatever. I don't want to get the question of the week yet. I wanted to touch on something that I saw.
Yeah.
So it's pertaining to like the first poll, right?
Okay.
Pertaining to the like with the whole loyalty thing.
Right.
ASAP Rocky. You heard about his case?
Yes.
Is it snitching if your former friend pulls a gun on you?
If your former friend pulls a gun on you?
Yeah. Is it snitching? I think if you pull a gun on me,
yeah.
If you pull a gun and aim at me or in my direction, we're no longer friends.
No, well, yeah, I was about to say, former friend is correct.
So is it snitching?
Nah.
That's how I felt. But the street mentality. So this is why, like, the whole street thing is stuff. At what age do we give up on like street rules and the streets? Because I look at it as that's just violation of person.
Yeah.
Because we're not friends. You pull a gun out on me, I'm gonna press charges on you. So now, because we were once friends at a time, yeah, and I looked at it. Somebody's like, "Oh, his name is ASAP. He has an ASAP name. He's part of ASAP mob." But I'm like, but I'm a person just like you.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you come at me and stuff like, "Yo, shut the fuck up," you pull a gun out on me. I thought we was in this together.
Yeah. That shows me how much you value my life.
So at what age do we give up on street shit? Because you're a man of 50 now. Tell me.
I mean, I think once, and this is one of the things, I think once you hit your manhood, you should have gave up the street shit a long time ago.
What do you mean?
Like let's say once you start paying bills. So let's say around 20s, like you're between your 20s, your mid 20s and up. If you're still hanging on to like the street shit.
But what if you're using street shit to pay your bills? Some people are doing that. Like, I look at it stuff as like, I don't expect, let's say, said dope boy who's living with, let's say, everything might be in his mama house and stuff like that.
Right.
Those bills to be paid by mama when big mama might be getting older and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
I feel like they're taking their street money and their street shit to pay these bills. So can't stop, won't stop.
But you know what though? Even though when they might be still doing street shit, but you can do street shit and not hold on to the street mentality. Like I know people who are like in the streets, but conduct themselves quite proper. And they're not. And let's say, let me put it this way: they're of the streets and maybe functioning, but they're not. They're not in the streets. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. To me, I would look at stuff like a James St. Patrick, right?
Right.
James St. Patrick types and stuff, whatever. I don't feel like they're in the minority,
right?
But I feel like they're in a rarity, because I look at the stuff as where you need a certain type of mindset to become that. Right? Like I look at it stuff as where if the cash is coming in, you're just happy that you're making cash and poverty seems further away from you as possible.
Yeah.
Right? How many? I heard Rick Ross say this in one song. He's like, yo, I've been selling dope for long and never had my teeth cleaned. Right? And I look at it stuff as like, getting your teeth cleaned and stuff is essential because, like, the tartar buildup and all that type of other shit.
Right.
Things and stuff like that. I feel like they're not even doing the essential shit, but yet they're probably seeing sky high money.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So sky high money and stuff, I'm pretty sure if you had sky high money right now, certain stocks and certain investments and stuff would be done. When you're on the street shit, whatever, what's a stock?
But is that part of the immaturity? Not trying to find out what a stock is when you're still knee deep in the street game?
Is that part of immaturity? No, because no.
Okay.
And the reason why I say no,
right?
Because if you don't know better, how would you do better?
Right. But at what point do you say to yourself, I gotta start knowing better? I gotta, you know what I mean? Like, at what point do you say, okay, 40? I can't look at this to continue forever?
35, 40.
35, 40?
And that's why I actually what age, right? Because I looked at this stuff as where, my gosh, like I was just hearing this song the other day and stuff, whatever. It's a J. Cole track, whatever, right? And he's saying like, yo, and it's so real. I'll use myself as an example.
Okay.
Let's say the Locks, and I love the Locks, right? The shit that the Locks used to talk about and stuff, whatever, was like some hardcore, gritty, thugged out shit in these streets, whatever, right? As a youth, most young black kids and stuff, whatever, are kind of like in these streets.
Right.
I'm not saying all, just a good, heavy portion. Now we're not.
Right.
That lyrical content and stuff, whatever, means nothing to me. I even told you about my contemporary hip hop playlist.
Yeah.
Where we're removing some of that. We're getting to the mature type of thing and stuff, whatever. Some people haven't transitioned.
Right.
And I don't want to take shots at Rick Ross, but then like it's like when him and Meek Mills dropped the album and it was in D1.
Yeah.
The gospel rapper.
Yeah.
When he clapped at them and stuff, and I looked at it, I was like, well, yeah, you guys have been living life like this in the beginning.
Right.
You're not years removed from that, whatever, or are you? Who knows?
Who knows?
But I'm looking at him like, if your content is still the same, you're just going to start falling off.
Yeah.
So I look at it stuff as where, if you're falling off now, why the fuck do I need to listen to you now? Because your shit don't apply to me at a grown man stage and stuff, but I'm not in these streets.
Right.
You've now fell off and now you want to do reunion tours or like, those tours, whatever.
Yeah.
Back in the day, hot in here. I'm not fucking with Nelly. I'm not taking shots at Nelly, but I'm looking at stuff like, some of your content don't relate to me now. I'm a father. I pay
bills.
Like I have my life perspective has changed.
Yeah.
Like I remember when you were cracking the joke and stuff and you were saying like, yo, like, if you got bread and you see your broke friends like hitting your line and stuff, whatever, you look like, well, you probably might go somewhere for like a crumpet and they're like, we'll invite you over to the 2:00 party. And then somebody's walking around, like women are walking around naked with cocaine on silver platters and everything. Yeah. And your phone's ringing and saying, Brokey Marv. Everybody got money around you.
We at the club.
Yeah, your world's going to change.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm like, even if you can't see, like I look at stuff as like, what is it? 25 is like triple OG. I think they said like 21 is like OG, you made it. congratulations, you made it. You survived.
Yeah.
What could have possibly killed you?
Right.
You're at 25 now. Mature the fuck up. You're at 30. What's the streets? Every multi-millionaire that came out from the streets ain't talking about going back in the streets.
Not talking about going back in the streets, man. And it's funny because I was listening to the whole ASAP Rocky case, and he's talking about. First, he said the gun that he has is a prop gun. Everybody knows he walks around. He's walking around. Why are you walking around with a prop gun?
Tell that to the real thugs now. Oh yeah, you out here when we catch you not with Riri, we gonna show you a prop gun. It's I don't know. I feel like you hear dead or in jail. Dead or in jail. That was the mentality they were serving us when we were younger.
Yeah.
Either end up in dead or in jail. How is that conducive to you? If it's not conducive to you, that's when you start leaving the street shit and stuff, whatever, alone. Because I'm like, say, when you go inside there, I'm a little dude, whatever. Like, I heard dudes take booty. That's not a place I want to be.
That is not a place I want to go.
And I have a son to live for, and I have other adventures and stuff, whatever. So that is not my aim right now.
And that's the other thing I was about to say. It's like, yo, it's like at one point do you say to yourself, yo, I got real things to live for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that thought alone should, like I remember. Shout out to Athol. I remember working at Above Average Studios, right? And working at the same time. So I would do my 9 to 5 at the software distribution place, then leave there and go to Above Average Studios and be there to like maybe 1 a.m. in the morning.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And right when my girl got pregnant, I turned around and looked at these guys. I said, look, when my daughter's born, I won't be doing this.
I'm out.
Yeah, I was my responsibilities have changed. I can't be leaving my work to come and sit down with y'all guys, smoke and record and drink and nah.
You have a full child to raise.
I got a kid to raise.
Correct.
So it's like at some point your mentality has to change.
What age did that happen for you?
That 27.
27.
27.
I feel like you passed the triple OG mark and stuff, whatever now. You survived, congratulations. You're a black man, kind of came out of, I want to say, a surrounding where they may not have thought you might have survived.
Right.
And now you're on to bigger and better and greener pastures and stuff like that. I don't think anybody should come after you, be like, oh, you soft, or you're not in these streets and everything like that. But then again, I look at stuff, why would you need to care?
Yeah.
Why would you need to care?
Yeah.
Because I think some people and stuff, I think like the status and everything and stuff of it, whatever, like, I look at it, if it's not serving me, why am I messing with it?
And it's crazy because you're right. There's just the status. That's what's keeping a lot of these people in.
The status is the stripes, whatever. Like, they probably did some shit back then and stuff, but over a period of time, that's gonna become dated and old to the younger folk.
Yeah.
To the younger folk and stuff, they're gonna be like, who are you? Be like, oh, way back in the day, they're like, yeah, I wasn't even born then, so I give a fuck.
Yeah.
And they have zero respect any damn way.
Anyway.
So, I mean, yeesh. All right. Let's go to the question of the week. Are you ready?
Question of the week.
Question of the week says, now that the revenge tour has started, do you think lynching for black people will rise in America?
Woo. No, I don't think it'll rise.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't think it'll rise.
I feel like it would.
You feel like it would?
Because I look at it stuff as where, even under the Biden administration, like, look, I think there was like maybe 16 or something. Remember, 2023, there's a lot of lynchings going on.
Yes, there was.
Right?
There was.
A lot of young black men and stuff and everything like that. And we had that situation with the Proud Boys and stuff, whatever, before.
Right.
Right? With the tiki torches.
Yeah.
Now, I'm looking at stuff where an image has been, or I want to say a rhetoric has been placed out there to say basically, if you took place of the Capitol Hill raid, you'll be exonerated and pardoned.
You're good. You're good.
You're good.
Yeah.
Because your main goal and stuff is that you were supportive of said leader.
Right.
Right? Now they're looking at stuff as where if certain things don't align with set leader,
yeah,
all hell can break loose. Remember the Ahmaud Arbery thing happened on Trump's watch,
mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And was it the father was a former cop? Yeah, he was a former cop. There was three of them.
Okay.
So it was like the father, the son, and there was another guy and stuff like that. And the Ahmaud Arbery thing popped off.
Yeah.
Right? George Floyd technically did happen under Trump's watch.
Right.
Right? So I look at it stuff as where I feel like the racial injustices, much as now with the Latino folk,
yeah,
I feel like the lynchings of Black folk and everything will slowly but surely start to rise. Don't sleep.
And here's my thought on it.
Talk about. We here.
I think it's going to be a situation where Blacks are really going to feel that their backs are up against the wall. And this might just be the first time where we take the guns off ourselves and start pointing them at the enemy.
I dig it. I dig it.
I think it's gonna be it's gonna be like, yo, it's really an us against them type of mentality, and not just for mere survival. They might just start banding up and saying, okay.
Well, you did say find your community, find your tribe. You did say that earlier in the episode, so you're not wrong.
That's it. That I really look at it like that now, because I'm like, yo, could you imagine if can you imagine if those illegals was armed?
Boss, I can say this. I imagine that more frequent than you think. And I look at it stuff as where we've probably spoken about whatever, but I want to say like maybe if this would be the first time bringing it to a podcast,
right?
You don't want to live a life where you have to constantly look over your back, over your shoulder,
100%.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I don't give a damn if you got Secret Service or what kind of bodyguards and everything like that. Everybody is touchable.
Everybody.
If you're out in the clear blue sky, everybody is touchable.
Everybody.
Right? So I look at it stuff as where, I mean, people gonna start banding together and stuff like that, and
like with all what's going on, I don't hear ICE going into the Venezuelan towers and taking that back from the Venezuelan gangs.
I heard they got a few though.
They got a few.
The one that there's like someone popping that was popping in Boulder, Colorado, or in Colorado somewhere.
Okay.
I heard they went in vicious.
They went in?
They finally went in.
Okay.
Because I heard a few spots where like I think like there's like members of like MX-13s and stuff like that.
Right.
Of like different factions.
Right.
Where in different parts and stuff in America, like I know in California, like Northern California, not Southern.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were just kind of just chilling out, not getting touched. But I heard like bit by bit, they're making their ways of doing these raids and getting them and stuff like that, right? Because, and even if they have to deal with like gun violence and violence and stuff like that, whatever, like they're getting it.
Okay.
But I look at it stuff as where, how often can they do it? Like I want to say like, for example, and I'm just questioning like pertaining to like dollars wise.
Right.
This has to be costing the U.S. government
for sure
some dollars. I want to say because you're paying like you have to pay out hazard pay. Because remember, we're talking about people who's like, hey, I know my rights.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna put me in a compromising position or some shit like that. I need to get hazard pay now because for all I know, me and my team, you had me at a desk job before. Now you're telling me vest up, go out there with Sergeant Smooth to go snatch up some illegals and everything like that, whatever. I need my hazard pay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my pay is gonna go up.
For sure.
As much as how many people you're taking from our offices to do these things, and how often are we doing these?
Man.
Yo, this is. I'm telling you, it's gonna be Holocaust 2.0.
Man.
You're draining the peoples and stuff. You're draining the government's pockets for like personal purpose. Find your community, folks. Smooth said it earlier.
Find your community, man.
Find your tribe.
Find your tribe.
Find your tribe. Let's get to the Axe of Sons. You ready? First Axe of Sons comes from...
Can we join your tribe?
From Mobile Sugar. God bless. How do you think American people are feeling right now?
I feel like some of them are feeling duped. But what
You know what? You're not wrong.
Yeah. But I was gonna say, but how could they? Because it's not like he's not doing what he didn't say he was gonna do.
That right there. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Everything he said he was going to do, he did it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of politicians that take seat and don't do the things that they need to do and stuff like that. And I understand now, like the House is Republican.
Right.
You know? Like the House is Republican and the president is Republican.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like they're just like, I bet you they get their fucking minds right. So this dupe thing and stuff that you're talking about, like, I really do feel like some of them felt like they were duped, but the writing was on the wall.
Well, certainly the Mexicans that vote for Trump.
Oh yeah, I see one guy with the "I voted for Trump."
Yeah,
and he's going off in the cuss of the ice.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. They feel duped.
I bet you won't feel Caucasian in a while. There's less civil unrest in the streets and stuff over there. I thought there'd been more upheaval. I thought there'd been more upheaval.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like when Trump got voted in the first time and stuff, there was like many little protests across the country.
Right.
I just heard I think Gainesville, Georgia, they just had a little 1-2 rally and stuff like that, whatever, with the Latin community there.
Yeah.
I don't hear too much.
Nah.
That's just me. And I've been checking the socials.
Yeah.
So, okay. Next question comes from Fallen-Kyng. What is something everyone should experience at least once in their life?
I want to say a trip to somewhere they've never been before.
Yeah. Yes, that's yours.
Yeah.
I would say somewhere where you really wanted to go.
Okay.
And the reason why I say it like that, whatever, because I look at it stuff is where there's one thing to say you born and raised in Canada. Let's just say, for example, you're born and raised in Canada and stuff, and you're like, an opportunity presented itself for you to go to Cuba.
Right.
Right? So you're looking like, let's say your spouse or somebody dragged you there or you're there for a wedding and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You're doing it for support. I think when you go somewhere where you really wanted to go,
right,
it paints a new landscape in your brain.
Yeah.
Like I look at stuff as this. For me, when I was younger, all I knew was like Miami.
Okay.
All I knew was Miami, right? And like the elementary school, shout out to Parkway Elementary. I went to Norland Middle and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And this is in Miami. And all I pretty much knew was Miami until my mom decided to take me to the suburbs.
Okay.
And when I went to the suburbs and stuff at the time, Pembroke Pines is not hood now, whatever, right?
Right.
But at the time when it took me to Pembroke Pines and stuff, and I was like, yo, this perspective is a whole different kind of perspective.
It's different.
And I look at it stuff as where when you're going somewhere different, it gives you a new alignment and a new sight to see some other things. Like think about it, if you never saw a Sphinx before, then you go to Egypt and you actually see the Sphinx and see how big it is, how small you are,
right,
and everything. Your perspective in your world starts to shift a little. And I feel like a lot of people need that to kind of just break up the monotony. 1, 2, change your perspective, and 3, realize and stuff, whatever, that you're not that special or significant as what you thought.
Yes. Yes.
And I think that is a humility aspect what most people need.
Yes.
Because a lot of people feel like they're like, I'm better than you. You're not bigger than God. Right? So it's kind of like they feel like they're on top of top until they realize and stuff like, oh shit, I'm not really the shit. Because in your hometown, people might see you over and over in like your outfits and your clothes and everything like that. You go to a new place. Why do you need to buy new clothes?
Yeah.
They never seen you before.
Never.
You can wear old shit. You never thought about it before. Like, why are you buying new clothes for the people that never seen you? A landscaper has never seen you before, but you're doing it for the status and for the show off thing because you want to flex. It's because the photos will go up on the gram or go up somewhere.
It's crazy how just being in an environment for so long can just it can dull your senses. And I say that because one family vacation when we went to Mexico and we were there and we had a photographer and we were taking pictures on the beach. And wife and I were just on and just about the view and how beautiful it was and so forth like that. And the photographer was like, I can't see it. And I was like, yeah, but you live
in paradise.
You live in it and you're here every day. So why would you think it's something special? Right? He goes,
look at the Jamaicans that leave Jamaica.
That leave that beautiful island.
They leave Jamaica. And then when they leave Jamaica and stuff, you're like, oh, this shit's hard as fuck and stuff over here.
Yeah.
But then you want to retire back in Jamaica.
Like,
huh?
I never understood it. And then the people who vacation but never want to go anywhere else but Jamaica. I'm like, bro, like you were born on that island, and I get
senses
like you always. I get it. It's a nice island you want to get, but there's other places that are just as beautiful and have beautiful people that like you need to experience stuff.
I think people should try and experience like love, and a level of love where like you're vulnerable, right? Good or bad may happen and stuff in it,
right?
But I feel like however you come out from that experience would definitely change your perspective and stuff on how you interact and deal with people.
Yes,
because I feel like if you're in a like, say you're gonna fall in love with somebody and then not fully be vulnerable, it kind of like always having your guard up. I don't think you really might even be in love. I think it's just more on a companionship kind of level.
I can see that.
But I feel like when you kind of let your guard down and stuff like that, whatever, and then like you experience like that unconditional feeling, or you realize like, yo, you know what? I can reveal some things and stuff to this person and everything. And then even if the person does burn you,
right?
You look at stuff as like, okay, well, I thought this person might have been the person I can open up to.
Right.
What can I learn about this experience to now know for a fact that not everybody's worthy of me?
Well, not only that, you'll definitely learn that you're capable of opening up.
Oh yeah.
Even if that person did burn you, you know what? You might be willing to take a chance on somebody else. And knowing that to be where you need to be, you're gonna have to open up.
People don't want to take a chance on opening up to people and stuff there, because again, vulnerability shows kind of weakness and stuff for to certain people's eyes, right?
Yeah.
And then the thing and stuff is that we joke and jest and stuff, but like not to cry around like a woman and stuff in the beginning, but I look at it stuff as where there's probably a woman like, I won't think a guy is serious unless he probably sheds tears in front of me.
Right.
Right. And I look at stuff as like, I'm not faulting a woman like that or a person to say something like that, because this is how you know like a person's kind of like true to like letting them guard down and stuff and just let you be in and stuff, whatever, right? But like I said, some people take advantage of people.
Yeah.
What do you do with that experience after you've quote unquote love and loss? Do you go up or do you become bitter?
Goes back to the mindset. Goes back to the mindset.
Last question comes from Warrior of War. What do you use social media for? Do you use it for news? Because I've noticed and stuff, whatever, I want to say with a ton of my friends and stuff, whatever, I want to say you not so much included, but I know like to some parts, I want to say you would send me things that you probably seen from other places and stuff. And I don't know if social media kind of puts you guys onto it
Right.
before. So, okay, the Deepseek. Where did you first hear about Deepseek? Did you see it on the news? Or did you see it through social media? Or did somebody else see it and alley-oop it to you?
No, Deepseek, I first caught about it on the news.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And some of my friends and stuff, whatever, put me onto some things that they caught straight from social media.
Okay.
Right? So they use social media stuff, I guess, kind of more so for news, which a lot of people and stuff tend to do now, right?
Yeah.
For me, I use social media for straight entertainment, philosophy, and to promote my business.
Yeah.
Promote our business.
I was going to say entertainment and then the promotion of business.
Yeah, I think after that and stuff, whatever, like my uses of social media and stuff is still kind of minuscule. I think because the analog shit is still kind of like drilled in my head.
Right.
But I look at stuff as where ain't no shame in my game. If I don't know something, I got my hand up and like, please explain, or I'm willing to learn, please teach.
Yeah.
Right? I don't have an ego like that, but I know some people and stuff, they have egos and stuff, whatever. They'd be like, you know what? Eventually, if I keep crawling social media, I can get exactly what I want from it.
Right.
Like I feel like a dopamine hit is good enough for certain people, like just to have a like. Because they might go out in their everyday world. They probably bought a new dress or new outfit, and no one told them to look fly.
Right.
I know this one guy used to be like, he always used to say like, somebody got to see me in this fit. Somebody got to see me in this fit. But I'm like, who are seeing you? Nah, you ain't nobody. So meaning you want social media to see you in this fit.
Yeah, you want to be validated.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think some people use it for validation purposes. So what do you use it for?
Well, yeah, promote my business and like in shits and giggles. Like it's
still fun. Shout out to Roseanne.
Yeah. That's the bulk of it. The news, not so much. I mean, if I skim through something
and see something
through during the shits and giggles and see something, but then I'll go and validate it
and vet it.
Yeah, I'll get right. But
that's all we ask.
Yeah, but the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning when I drink my tea is the news is what I watch.
Yeah, because I mean, even with the whole Trudeau aspect about him, like when is he going to resign?
Yeah,
I think the day that Chrystia Freeland resigned and somebody else from the cabinet resigned, they put up a thing on 6Buzz and said like, "Oh, Trump is talking about Trudeau is talking about resigning."
Right.
Like he might resign later in the afternoon, but he had a fundraiser or some shit to go through that day, and he went. So I'm looking like, you fake ass news people. This is what Donald Trump was talking about. But then again, social media is kind of like most people's like automatic and go to.
Right.
Like I get yelled at sometimes from some of my peoples that like I'm not there enough. But I'm looking like, yeah, the real world's fun too. Like there's good shit out here as well.
I'm social in real life.
Yo, thank you.
I'm social in real life.
Thank you. Talk to people on the streets, in these streets, not with the street mentality. Yeah, man. We are here at the end. Good show. Good talk. Good talk. Good talk.
Yeah.
Good questions.
Mm-hmm. Find your tribe.
Find your tribe, man. Find your tribe. So say the Suns this week says, keep it simple. Don't stop until the dream stops. So say the Suns. You have to keep going because I feel like, consider the fact how dark is going to get. If you have a vision or a dream or a goal and stuff, like make it realistic, plausible, and there's going to take steps and time to get to it. Not everything is a microwave or push the button and it's done.
Yeah.
Some things and stuff, whatever, it takes time to kind of harvest the ingredients, what it takes to be great. But once you're great, you'll know that that dream has been fulfilled.
Yeah. And it's your dream. So I would also add to that, enjoy the process.
Definitely, man.
Enjoy the process.
Most definitely. We are here at the end. I found out the other day before we sign off that if I can sing a song, remix it in my own term, and we don't get hit with copyright infringement.
Okay. It's on. It's on.
I'm gonna start busting out some Alicia Keys in this bitch. No, but once again, man, we appreciate you guys. Thank you for listening to Podical Sons. And remember, the difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits. You
Peace
keep
and
well
love.
out there. Thoughts and prayers
Peace
to
and
everybody. And if you thought last week was
and
intense,
love.
buckle your seatbelt, because I know everybody's praying for an easygoing week with no static. Peace and love. Keep well.
The Podical Sons with Not Your Average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.